And we are live, folks. Hello there. I'm gonna cover the quick game that wasn't really posted between RandtheMad, Bring Out Year and Dead, versus the Forsaken Awoken. And greetings. Greetings. Yeah, so let's hop into this game. I think there might have been a little misunderstanding on some parts. We're just gonna fast forward to the back end here, since no one actually could grab this game. And we see a magic dome from one side. And it is a Necro versus a Kislev. No, not Kislev, a Khemri team. And we see that RandtheMad are defending. And we see, sorry if I'm being quite hooked, but I'm trying to set up my stream as I just got this game handed to me. And we see a quick snap as the Khemri have now set up so he can punch with all his Tomb Guardians. There we go. Now the title is also updated. So, hello folks. I'm Dr. Hep, aka Dr. Greed, trying to cast this game. From RandtheMad's side, exactly from his side, we're seeing him bringing this champion game up with one of his Khemri teams. There we go. As you see, he has a strength up thrower, a movement up blitzerer, 2 mighty blows blitzerer, thrower, and a jump up mighty blow blitzerer, mighty roll tackle. You see him blitzing one of the flesh golems on the back end side. See the pickup, and the 4+. Richer hands. One of the skellies. Making the G5 with the deadly player. Skelly. We also see a 3-man bench of the Khemri, with one being God something. God block. And deadly player. And we can see 2 block players on the Necro side, of one being a zombie, one being a ghoul. As you see a block on the start player, select her is being played. You see also an agile wolf from Moneybags side, and an agile up, strength up ghoul that has taken a bit of damage. Lost one of its many legs to move forward. So the sidestep agile up wolf is being now thrown onto the ball carrier. As you see, the strength up are being used to clear that with the blitzerer, jump up blitzerer covering the other side. See some marking and positioning from the Tomb Guardians. See the Superstar is trying to hit the white with a 1-die. And we see a skull and a reroll from one of the Blitzers on top of the Flesh Golem. Now we're back over to the Necro side. And we see a block from the strength up block agile up. As we see one of the wolves are trying to dodge out of one of the Khemri's mummy's attack zones and gets KO from doing so. Luckily for Moneybags, it wasn't the better wolf. This was indeed one of the lesser wolves. As you see, one of the Khemris are blitzing off one of the zombies. We are soon to the point where the game is live as well. Sorry for that. See a block happening between the star player and the white. See a block happening from the Tomb Guardian on top of the Flesh Golem. See a block coming out from the skeleton. And the thrower are ones that strength up thrower are punishing the wolf. We're trying to dodge out with one of the skellies, falling over to the ground. Now see that RandtheMad is kind of in a tight spot, I would say, where his full movement Khemri team that is fairly slow is kind of spread out. The Tomb Guardian, though the ball is within the Tomb Guardian's reach, so I would say the ball is fairly safe. But we might see a blitz here coming in from the quick werewolf Samuel. He's just gonna blitz in and see. That knockdown on that Tomb Guardian actually helps out more than you guys would think, as it will just limit the pressure of the Tomb Guardians here. See a blitz coming in from the wolf. Not being targeted the ball carrier, but rather targeting one of the bones. Maybe it can find a bone to play with here. And it does. The poor Khemri skeleton are now down to the ground, and we see the Agile Wolf is getting back, getting into a safety-ish position. Getting marked by that same skeleton that he just punched down. We see the mummies are striving to move the full movement they can to try to protect this ball carrier of the Khemri team. If I were in this position, I don't know what I would have done rather than just try to make the G5s happen here for this outer corner. It's an interesting choice to protect this corner, I would say. Unless he's placing the ball carrier over here. Might be the case. No, he's placing it down behind. And hoping that this Tomb Guardian will protect it enough from the wolf trying to step through over here at this side. The blitz is coming in from the start plane with a both down skull. Where the block happens, and Juggernaut is not triggered. We see a block on top of the mummy, the Tomb Guardian that was supposed to protect the throw yard. See a great hit from the mummy on top of the blitzer, and I think we are up towards the live feed now, folks. So from this position on, as the necro, you tend to want to knock down this Tomb Guardian, I would say, and then try to get your wolf or your ghoul in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. With 1 G5 you can actually get your ghoul in and then you use your wolf to pick up, but I don't know for how long that wolf would be safe. 1, 2, 3. Actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Could get to this area around here only. Then with 2 G5s you can maybe get to this area. Moving around with the white to this place maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, would protect it just a tiny bit if you're able to blitz with the ghoul, that is. Decides to not do so. Tries to rather to stop the Khemri push from happening. Sorry if my voice is a bit raspy. I've just been playing D&D for 4 hours, so as a DM, so I've spoken quite a bit. And I hope I'm doing this up to speed. If you would like to join from chat, you can do so. To co-host with me. That's a skull from the red dice of the flesh golem. We see a skeleton move. And we see a blitz from the Tomb Guardian, 3 die on the poor white, who's marked off, but both the Tomb Guardian and the strength up throw, yeah. Now leaving none to little space to move up again, but you still have this one Tomb Guardian who can punch a zombie away, maybe make a safe cage around this area of some sort. Though I'm not really a great Khemri coach, so I can't tell you what's the best plan is. The punch succeeds at least. And he decides to stay. Now we see a foul coming in from one of the blitzes, the Khemri. And nothing happens. The arm of the white of Isamael are too strong. The blue glance is from the magic dome that cancels out weather changes. And I'm suspecting this is the Khemri home stadium, as you see a bunch of logos from the Khemri on the side here. Actually, just the sand alone is enough to tell me it's a Khemri stadium. See the zombie walking up. So if you were the Necro Coach, what would you guys do? I think that I would try to blitz this Tomb Guardian out, or maybe just dodge around it and blitz from this direction. Even though it's red dice, you can get the ball to over here somewhere. Then maybe you agile up, Ghoul can pick it up and hand it off to one of the whites that are down here. Maybe flee with it. It's a very generous turn to do so, but it's one of those turns that you kind of have to do something. Otherwise, the Khemri will just stumble over your whole team. You can also, I don't know, did he just pick this one up? I think so. So it actually is a one die, yeah. So the hardest part is the 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus into then here into, no, it's a 1 die, it's a negative die because of this one and this one from hitting from this position. So you need to hit from this position, and I don't maybe this will cover that, so you have it a 1 die if you hit from this direction. The second one is going to be more scary though, because that's a 1 die into 2 red dice. I would still take the opportunity, I think, if I could. Seeing as the Necro is kind of in a tight spot, I would say, with one wolf being out. We see one of the whites that was in my theory, one of the scoring threats moving back, marking one of the little player skeletons. For me, that is a sign of that we're not going to see some extraordinary play here. Most likely that we are just going to see a play of where he will try to move in and grab a hold of this cage, make it not to move too much forward. We see a leap from the Agile Wolf, as I totally forgot that it had leap. And we see a 2 die. Miscounted, I guess. Into a 2 die again. You reroll this one. Apparently not. Yeah, I don't if you had that leap play planned out, I would have gladly taken a 1 die on the last hit here. Just re-rolled the first one. Try to make sure that ball scattered, and if it got to this zombie, the ball could scatter this direction. None of these have catch, so the likelihood of one of your players is actually catching it is higher than your opponent's. And welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome, welcome. So once again, this is a match between RandtheMad Khemri team and Moneybags Necro team in the Rebel Challengers Cup. Round of 16? Question mark? As I got to pick this one up on a short notice. You see a blitz from one of the blitzes on the Khemri side, on the wolf, into a stun. If your strength up... No, because it's a stand firm over there, never mind. I'm just thinking if this is a way for you to chain push your guy out. But I don't think so. You see a strength straight block from the start play, who's strength 4 versus strength 3 on the freshest zombie. Zombies are really good for tying down players, like we see here. One of the better star players for Khemri are being locked down in place with his strength 4. This blitzer are most likely gonna blitz this zombie, who has a bunch of skills actually for zombie, which is surprising. To have a 40 SP zombie, I'm guessing that the block and the guard makes it worth it. You see a block from a random skelly onto the white, and the white is stunned. Which with this much block and guard in place, I don't really see if the block here could, with this white in particular. On the other hand side would be a 2 die or 1 die. I think it would be a 1 die. No, that's a 2 die. Might be a red die actually, because he's marked. Yeah, he's marked twice here. Yeah, that's a red die. And this direction, because this white also got guard, would mean that you need to mark up this blitzer to be able to do so. You do have, on the other hand, a free flesh golem to chain some sort of action here with your thrower. And we see a chain push, chaining out one of the blitzers. We see a 2 die block here from the white. Rerolled immediately into a push from a push both down. Now you're given another opportunity here to hit once again, since you have one of your zombies standing by. Though the positioning of the scatter is a bit worse, since you're forced to put the play over here. The scatter then happening in the surrounding squares isn't looking too beneficial for you at that point. Now marking up one of the scary Tomb Guardians with your precious vampire ghoul. So for the folks at home, there has been a KO on one of the wolves as the first actions on this match, when the wolves try to launch out of the taxon of a mummy. We see a block on the Vampire Ghoul from the Tomb Guardian into a push. Because Defender Stumbles with dodge acts like a push. So Blitz coming in from the Blitzer onto the White. Stands firm. But still Slay still on the ground as it was just a pow. And that this isn't the star player that has Juggernaut, who will treat anything like a push. You can push your, if you go around, no, because the blitz action happened here. Kind of unfortunate that it did. I'd like to see a push from this direction onto your own player for him to then move upwards. Since you're still gonna be stuck on the flesh golem, how many, even though you're throwing this many blocks on top of your opponent, who will just stand them out towards the next round. It's a good way to just push your player up and out. Seeing it that it is a bit scary though where it's standing currently because of the mass people that is just standing around the place. I see a daring 5+ dodge out from the Khemri. Succeeds with the dodge failure first rolls a 1 and then succeeds on a 5+, getting away from the Necro team. And we see a block from Sotek. Hello there, Sahu. Welcome to the match. Now, do you take some more blocks or do you sit this run out? You sit this run out. Seems. How many of Moneybags Necro can actually reach that player though? This Flesh Golem can. You're not really gonna dodge out with a 5+, 4+ out here. You're not really gonna reach with this one either, unfortunately. The Wolves is also knocked down, and so is the other White. The Ghoul doesn't reach because of the movement's burst, and this Zombie is way too slow to reach. I would have liked to see a blitz from this Flesh Golem onto that player that he just targeted, to just at least mark the thrower with it, because the Flesh Golem here was the most likely creature or character to ever make it up to the thrower in the first place. Now taking 1 G5 with the Ghoul. The second one is made, and now we have marked the thrower with the strength up, agile up, blodge Ghoul. Still have a tackle White that you can put on the thrower with 2 G5s if possible. Thank you, Spice Lion the Bear, for the follow. We see a super fast movement from Rodin. Evening, Eldar, and thank you for the follow. Sorry folks if my voice is a bit raspy, but I've been playing a bunch of D&D today, 4 hours of D&D-ing, so my voice is a bit trashed because of it. I'm trying to do a good favor though for the community rebel to do this, so you're welcome, Bear. And now, what would you do if you were sitting in this position? Most likely just end your turn. I did not kill any of the players yet. Cast this curse had been a blessing so far. And the only thing that has been cast is a KO wolf. Happened on a dodge from the first turn. And we see a 5+ dodge again from the thrower, who's just gonna run it in. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Not every day that you can see a camera coach pull 2 5+s to save his neck with the throwers. We see the KO the wolf. Okay, 4+s. True, that was a 4+. Wrong by me, sorry. And welcome Hindrance to the chat as well. We see RandtheMad lining up with his star player on the LOS line, leaving his thrower out for this time, it seems. As it is turn 8 for Moneybags to try to do a 1 turn if you would like to. None of the Tomb Guardians have stand firm, so I don't think that we're too afraid of the 1 turn, though it is a threat whenever someone is carrying the sidestep wolf. No, yeah, it's actually pulling this star player out. Okay, they're placing him on the bench. Makes sense. It's fairly easy, I would say, to 1 turn with a movement 8 sidestepper. A main problem for him is always going to be to get the ball to that player. But you have an agile 4 wolf, who's most likely actually going to be the carrier, because he's got sidestep as well with that leap as well. Wondering just how he's going to do it. That's the question. And if he's gonna try it at all. See a lot of different positioning here. I'm not gonna try to decipher his 1 turning, hence I'm not the best of the best to do the 1 turns. But I would think that the 1 turn is gonna come in at this angle, where he's then gonna move his flesh golem this way. One of his zombies to move in this position, and then blitz sideways, moving his wolf forward. Then blitzing with his other werewolf, making sure that he can move around enough zombies and the ghoul. Right now though, it doesn't seem like he has enough people to pick up the ball, suggesting that he should move back to the ghoul fairly fast before he forgets about someone to pick up the ball. Since I don't think the white is going to do a good job at picking up the ball for him. There we go. Seen those mistakes happen before, where you forget to put back one of your ball carrying players. Odd fate can happen. And now the zombie has been replaced by a blodge ghoul, and the white has now taken in. It's a bit weird, I would agree, actually. You kind of need to now to dance around your own flesh golem to be able to do the pushes, I think. But I believe you're putting this zombie over here. You're blitzing with this white, going all the way around and blitzing from this angle. Pushing your werewolf over here. And thank you, Herring Sword, for that raid of 26 people. Greetings, people. This is the challenging Shilling Cups match between RandtheMad and Moneybags. And you see one of the wolves. Oh, it's the scatter. And we see a one turn trying to happen here from Moneybags, who doesn't even have to pick up the ball, as the flesh golem just catches it on a 6+. We were just discussing how you would be able to do this one turn. Yeah, that's super fine, tself. Please do. I am in the Rebel Recorder Discord. So you see the white is gonna probably blitz from this angle with an assist here. Over there? Oh, he's setting up for the frenzy. Okay. First. Okay. So blitz in from this angle, you push your wolf over there. Then you blitz, you punch it with your own secondary wolf over here. But first you gotta hand this off, which is a more trickier situation than you would think. Thank you, Preacher 5000. Thank you for that follow. But we do see 2 rerolls though on the Necro team, so it isn't too hard to hand it off, since the wolf doesn't have any catch, but it does have that agility up. And you're then gonna leap through these nasty blocks here with your leap AJ4 wolf, most likely. So you walk around, you push him there. Don't you need to put the ghoul and something else here afterwards though, is my question. That's a push onto the wolf, sidestep into the right square. And I believe it's 3-die because of the ghoul can cover up the last. Actually, it doesn't matter. No. So now you're pushing there. Yeah, you need him to stand over here. Don't forget to move somebody up here. There you go. Now you can just push your wolf up 2 squares over here. That is not a push, that is a push with a 3-die. Push it onto your wolf over here. Then you push it again. This time you want it to be a knockdown. He gets the pow. Gets it on top of the wolf. You put it in the wolf over here. It is a KO for the Necro team, even getting rid of one of those skellies. Now it's just a journey for the first the flesh golem to hand off. I wonder why you would have made all of those pushes first. I mean, the handoff now is better, of course, here. This was a scary interaction. The handoff is good to go. Now, you only need the wolf to be able to jump and do the 2+. And it fails! Oh no! The tripwire was set high today as the jump failed. He might have touched one of his paws onto that helmet all off that Tomb Guardian.
What a time to jump in. Hello, everyone.
Hello, tself. Welcome. Yeah. It was...
Maybe he should have tried to jump over someone that wasn't that tall?
Yeah, I think so.
That's an unfortunate one to roll.
It really is. It was so close. It was a well set up one, I would say. Though. From Moneybags. Yeah, leap on a AJ4 wolf.
I mean, it's certainly an idea. I mean, it's kind of cool. Like
I
a
mean,
War Dancer with Frenzy,
yeah,
Bloodstep. I mean, it's pretty good.
yeah. I would like to say even that I would think that it's amazing. It's an amazing.
Yeah, it's a War Dancer.
Yeah. Now you can basically surf. You're making a surf threat that can leap into everywhere you'd like. And with Blodge sidestep, he isn't that likely to get
I think
hurt.
the leap was better, Vulps, because they were all 3+s.
Yeah.
Or maybe even a 4+ dodge for one of them. If you went with
if
the dodge.
you want on the edge here, because we're standing straight in front of the...
oh, okay, so it's 3+ dodges.
Yeah, so 3+,
Yeah.
3+, 2+. And the last two are 2+ G5s. So I think the leap is better. Because the leap is
yeah,
a
I think the
3+
leap is better.
Yeah.
Just slightly, though. It's very close.
Yeah, very, very close. It's a 3+ leap into 2+, 2+.
How many GFIs were needed? Just 1 or 2?
2.
2, okay. So,
Movement at 8 wolf.
so yeah, you needed a leap and a dodge and then 2 GFIs.
Yeah,
Versus 3 dodges and 2 GFIs.
exactly. Just cutting out that middleman 3+.
Yeah, cutting out an extra 3+. I mean, he had a reroll for the first 2, but I mean, I think with a reroll 2 3+s is still worse than just one reroll, 1 3+ without a reroll. But I
Yeah.
could be wrong.
I don't know, actually.
Let's check it. So 2 3+s with the reroll is 74%.
Okay.
Might actually be better than the leap.
Hmm.
But maybe not with the extra dodge factored in at the end. Let's see. 3 3 2 G2. So 47 versus 3 2 2 2 45. Actually, the dodges were slightly better.
Hmm.
But only by 1%. So in the end, it doesn't really change anything.
Yeah. If it were on that last end percentage,
Yeah.
I would call him unlucky.
So it is technically better to do dodges with Agi 3 leap.
Yeah.
I mean 3+ leaping. I think it's better to do the leap with 2+ leaping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just gonna try to snack on this chocolate bar as I haven't eaten any thing in 6 hours, but
Oh, and now the Blitz comes out from the Camry. Now they're a little bit too far back to really take advantage of this, but this is a very shallow kick.
I think you can take advantage of it with, yeah, you blitz or reach, and you can assist with your Tomb Guardians. Just making sure that your Tomb Guardians are up front.
Yeah. I mean, I think if his line was like 2 squares closer, where it probably should have been,
Yeah.
like he almost could have like put a bunch of players on this ball easily.
Yeah. Exactly, that what Harring's already saying is let's the Camry reposition and just guard up everything here.
Yeah, sticking those Tomb Guardians in great spots.
Yeah.
Slightly worse than 3 2+ dodges? Okay.
Yeah, because the team reroll was used on the first push here
Yeah.
from the white.
Mhm.
So the team reroll was already...
Blitz is good?
Blitz is good.
Actually, wait.
No,
No, he has
reroll.
block.
Yeah, the block is on the Blitzer. But he
I
rerolled that
wouldn't-
into a push.
I wouldn't have re-rolled it.
Me neither.
Not in overtime. I
Not
mean,
in, yeah, not in overtime format, and especially just on a block 30 play zombie.
because he wasn't getting on the ball regardless because his players were so far back.
Yeah,
I think.
exactly.
I guess he wanted to get tackle onto the ghoul.
Yeah,
But,
it makes sense, but it's still just a 2+ for the ghoul to make it out. I guess the scatter is way worse to try to catch it. Since
that's actually good for the Camry because now that he has to hit the Blitz Raw
Yeah,
in order to free this ball up. So it's a very good scatter for the Camry there. Could have been much worse, honestly. Like, because it scattered on the ghoul, it could have actually ended up behind all 3 of those Camry players.
No, because that would have been a touchback. If it would have been scattered by the
Oh,
side
sure. Okay.
of the
So
Blitzer.
I guess the worst spot would be next to the Tomb Guardian
Mm-hmm.
on the line. Or in the hands of the Blitzraw, I guess. That would be even worse.
In the hands of the Blitzer. That would have been terrible.
Yeah.
So, how have you been doing today, tself?
I've had better days. I
Some days.
had a pretty poor greenhorn game this morning, but I mean nothing crazy died. So, and I picked up a nice gutter runner double.
Okay.
But it wasn't a great game.
Yeah.
But in other news, like I'm actually pretty happy because my clan did well today. So Herringzord just finished up a game where he won.
Ooh.
So that was pretty cool.
Herringzord.
Yeah, it's a pretty good week. I'm super excited for Friday when a game I want to play comes out on the Switch.
Ooh, what game, may I ask?
Fire Emblem.
Ooh, never heard about it. Sounds cool
It's
though.
a long-standing series. But yeah.
As we see some blocks are happening from Moneybags Necro team.
Yeah, he's making the blocks he needs to make, and those armor breaks are going to be really good for keeping the ball safe this turn.
Yeah, very much so.
And nice thing about having a strength 4 ghoul is that he can just,
Punch
make
back.
a nice easy 2 dice.
Yeah.
And one of these wolves is going to come in and pick this ball up, probably.
Yeah. I think the Agi 5 wolf will, most likely.
Agi 4, yeah.
Agi 4 wolf, I mean.
Ooh, rolls the 1 anyways.
Yep. Doesn't.
But shows exactly why you go with the Agi wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Able to pick the ball up on a 2. That could have been very bad for him if he had went with the non-Agi wolf.
Yeah, very much so.
Ooh. Dauntless coming in big, nabbing the guard Tomb Guardian.
Ooh! See ya.
He will regen, luckily,
Really,
but it means he's off the pitch.
Will we see the region happening?
Oh yes.
Aw.
You can cheat. If you look at the player card, it tells you whether it worked or not early.
Oh, did it? Does it?
Yeah.
Oh. That's a dumb sheet. That's no excitement.
Just so like when we can see the overtime coin toss before they actually choose offense or defense. There's all these little like UI cheats that show up.
I haven't coached like streamed enough games then to know all of those yet.
I do think that having this Dauntless Wolf is very good for playing against this Khemri team.
It is. It is. I think he struggled a bit in the first half because the wolf tried to dodge out and failed the dodge and KO'd itself. So he kind of missed that wolf in the first half.
Okay, and that's what let the Khemri get a nice drive in. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because they basically did a nice and slow pushed up the left side on the flank key, where the Necro really couldn't struggle. Actually struggled really hard to get in.
And jump up on this first skill on a Blitzra.
Yeah. Spicy pick there.
Yeah, he would need an actual POW because of the sidestep, so it was pretty scary. And then, are we gonna use our second reroll? You really shouldn't. I think you can eat this just fine.
Yeah.
And he does make the smart choice and eats the both down.
There wasn't much you would have done other than that.
Yeah, he doesn't really have any other plays this turn.
Yeah,
so.
just this is gonna you may be trying to dodge this out.
Oh, you dodge it because you can, but you're not expecting to succeed it.
Yeah, and you're definitely punching
Tech back in the deep in the field as a safety.
Yeah.
I'm
it's
not sure how relevant he'll be back there, just because of the speed of wolves.
Yeah.
I guess now we find
if
probably
it is,
a good hit.
Yeah. If the wolf decides to kind of base somewhere around the top of just underneath the LOS line, he could be really relevant. I've seen him being a bit useless this game as well, because he'd been marked up most of the first half by one zombie. Then he just
Oh, yeah.
pounded on for every turn, but the zombie just stood up. Being the MVP zombie he was. And I believe that was just one of the rookie zombies as well. That got pounded and pounded and pounded.
A lot of these Camry are finding themselves on the floor in spots where they don't want to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And potentially this dirty player zombie could dodge end a turn to try and foul the Blitzer.
Very much likely. Very likely, I would
Or
say.
you could do 2 GFIs with just the block zombie to do it. Might be safer.
How bad would it be to try to foul the Tomb Guardian?
Well, like, so the difference between them is the Tomb Guardian doesn't have thick skull, which is nice.
Yeah.
So if you do get the armor break, it's actually a better foul than the
And
Blitzer is.
Yeah, because they do have.
But I just think like
as
getting
well.
rid of that Blitzer is more important for the game because of the tackle against your ball carriers.
Very true. Very true.
But
Yeah,
it
because
doesn't
you
look like you're going to be able to do it with the block
yeah
skeleton.
because
It's
you
standing
moved that werewolf where it now stands. You're never moving your zombie. Oh, piling on. And it is an injury. On that poor dirty player skeleton. It's just a badly hurt though. And the region will come back for this game.
Well, regens are going on point so far.
It has been. It really has been.
Should make it an exciting overtime then, if one team doesn't have a super big advantage.
It would very much so be a very exciting.
But damn, all these injuries are stacking up, and that is a big player to be losing.
That is indeed a big player to be losing. Strength up, thrower. With the wrestle.
That was probably his best sacking threat, actually, because of the wrestle.
Yeah. In his own team, the star player, of course, is a snippet better, I would say, because of the break tackle and the juggernaut strip ball block combo. But in his own team, definitely.
Yeah, in his own team for sure. We do the dodge.
We do.
And we're going to go for the Blitzer. Okay.
Yeah. As you said. Oh, my damn mouse just got stuck. Panicking, pulling out things that shouldn't be pulled out. I'm just gonna mute while I just snack my way through this cannibal real quick.
With only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Camry left on the field, it's going to be very difficult to stop this from being a 1-1 game.
Very much so. Especially since most of your Camry team is to the top left. And
yeah, they're all kind of stuck over there.
Yeah, because if you ever think that your team is stuck, try playing Camry, where your whole team being marked up. Oh, the removal.
He does have a babe, so hopefully it won't be a costly removal here. And he does get 2 chances at wake-ups before overtime.
He does,
because it is his opponent's half.
It does. It's scary for the next turn of if Moneybags score on turn 16, that is. If he decides to score earlier, to then trying to make it 2-1, which
wouldn't be I don't know. It'd be tough because there is the movement up Camry Thrower, which I think is pretty scary to have to face. That thing can actually score in a short amount of time. You know, we are talking about Camry, and picking up the ball is never guaranteed. I wouldn't hate trying to go for the early win, but it is risky, and he might want to just take it to overtime.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, like the Necro team does have a lot of great players who, especially if you get 1 or 2 more removals in this next couple turns.
And as we say that, a removal on one of the skeletons for a badly hurt. Into regen.
Regen, which is great.
Regen is working out really well though for the Khemri, I will say.
Potentially 8 Khemri players able to come back for the next drive, sitting on the sideline right now.
Yeah, this 6 alone just sitting on the bench is waiting to be called in by the coach. I think actually it's fairly okay for the Necro to just stall this out and try to do the turn 16 score.
Yeah. You know they won't. You know that the Khemri won't be one-turning you in response, and you have a 50-50 chance of getting the ball in overtime versus a 100% chance to have them get the ball earlier.
Exactly. And now
I wouldn't hate scoring on like 15.
Yeah.
Like Khemri 2-turn is a little harder, and there's always the potential for like a blitz and a score.
Yeah.
But even then, that's a bit risky.
I can see that. I could also see a way of where the Necro just try to take all the advantages he can and just try to hurt this Khemri team so that overtime will be easier. Which
a bit surprised he chose that foul target, being the Tomb Guardian instead of the wrestle tackle skeleton.
Yeah.
I would have thought trying to get rid of all of the wrestle and tackle on the team would lead to a much better chance in overtime.
At least the tackle. Since there's no guarantee that the tackle will come for the overtime, as the 2 tackle players, one of the tackle players are KO'd.
Yeah. I mean, I did like the choice to foul something. He should be fouling every turn he can.
Yeah.
He does have the bench to support it, so.
I would also like him to actually hit with the Claw Wolf on the Tomb Guardians. Rather than...
Yeah, I mean, he's been stuck a bit on a couple players, so he's been making like hits instead of blitzes, but yeah.
Exactly.
Now that he's freed himself, I actually wouldn't hate using the wolf to go after Setek. I think that is a target you want to try to go after soon.
Yeah, exactly. Same.
Smart to pull him a little further back so you can't get easy assists on him. Although the ghoul can just run up and assist, so...
Yeah.
And then it is a 2 dice with a 2+ because of Dauntless.
Yeah. And it's scary because Claw basically just... Oh, we see a double skull.
Eat it. There's no danger on the ball right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's unfortunate.
100% the right choice.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that it happened, but it's 100% the right choice.
Yeah.
Because now...
The unfortunate part is how early it happened in the turn. Like, you certainly would have liked to get some more hits in.
Yeah.
But even then, I mean...
1 in 9 still
your ball
happen.
is safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. That walking onto the ghoul is a little scary because 3+ Dauntless...
Yeah.
Claw hit on Tomb Guardian. Like, against any other player, I'd walk there, but...
Yeah, exactly.
That's a big KO.
Getting rid of that piling on white is really good.
Yeah, there's definitely stall to 16 now because of that.
Yeah, you do. Definitely. But at the same time, you get 2 KO rolls on him as the Khemri get, because you're scoring on turn 16 and doing the overtime format. Now, I fully agree with you that the walk up here versus on the wolf is super scary.
Oh yeah. I don't want to be giving up. If I was a Khemri player, I wouldn't want to be giving up claw hits onto my decay players.
Yeah, exactly. Especially
my 5 decay.
Yeah, especially those that don't really have any of the better survival.
And it is actually one of the better Tomb Guardians.
Exactly.
Because it's the one with Guard Mighty Blow.
Yeah. And I could see a world where you would have blitzed this instead, and then stayed and then walked up 1 space.
Mighty Blow continuing to fire.
Wow. This is a brutal game.
But Regen also continues to fire. He's got to be like a little unhappy with how this half is turning out, just because even though he's controlling the pitch and potentially taking this to overtime with such a huge advantage, his advantage is being absolutely nullified by 4+ rolls.
Yeah. And I think I may have cast the cursed RandtheMad here, saying that he was doing fairly okay into turning into this massacre of a BloodBowl match.
Nice thing here is he can actually make this block onto the guard Mighty Blow Tomb Guardian without having to rely on the Dauntless roll.
Yeah, exactly. That's a huge factor. And you can chain it stuff. So it's 2 times as well and getting you ghoul free as well.
Yeah, you just need to walk the full 4 with the Flesh Golem around.
Yeah. I would actually see a valid point of maybe even trying to go back with the ghoul, try to hand off the ball from the werewolf just to free up another werewolf, so you have 2 claw players that you can claw hit these mummies for the next 2-3 turns.
Definitely want to walk this ghoul back and potentially foul the Tomb Guardian.
Definitely, yeah.
There's actually a world in which you just GFI to foul the better Tomb Guardian rather than the stunned one, because it is stunned. And I think that would actually be better.
But then you would have left your ghoul on top of the...
Yep, he's walking the ghoul back because he sees it.
Yep. Just saw it.
And as long as this wolf stays out of range of Setek, he's completely fine wherever he goes.
Yeah.
At this point. Literally 3 Tomb Guardians left. No other players other than
a star
Setek.
player. That's just standing watch.
Well, these fouls, I mean, they haven't been working, but he continues to get to make them every turn because he hasn't been sent off either.
Exactly.
Now, this is scary. Do you even pick up this Tomb Guardian that's next to the wolf off the floor? Like, you know he's getting fouled.
No, you're not. You're not picking up that. Even though he's getting a foul, I don't think you're picking up that.
Oh, he's
okay.
Going for a 1 dice onto the dirty player.
Okay.
Interesting.
He's not getting you rid of the wolf, though? Which is the
What it does mean is that we've got a hit onto Setek this turn.
Yeah, exactly.
I almost think you should blitz Setek with Ishmael, the Mighty Blow White.
Yeah. I can see that.
Don't know if you can easily... Oh, you can easily make it a 2 dice as long as you pull the ghoul around the back.
Yeah, you can pull the ghoul around the back. And maybe... Can you make it so... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you hit it from the back... If you blitz it from the back with 1 GFI, yeah, you can blitz it into your own players, making it safety more for your own players to make more hits on it.
Oh, and this is a better play because he can... So what he's doing here is he's making the werewolf hit 2 dice, and then he's going to open up an extra assist onto Setek for the zombie. Also, just going to get a 2 dice straight onto Setek.
Yeah. That is a stun on this skeleton.
Stun means the wolf can just run up the field now.
Yep.
And I think you're going to foul Setek, not the Tomb Guardian, but it's always an interesting choice.
I think you foul Setek, yeah. But you definitely claw hit the Tomb Guardian first. And you definitely put the other, on the one standing up Tomb Guardian.
Now you can just 1 dice that Tomb Guardian end of turn.
Yeah. I would definitely also move the white around, so the white is standing on the right side of this white. It's a small move difference, but it might make a huge difference in the...
Okay, so we do get the stun on the Tomb Guardian. This means you have choice of either to foul. I think I'd choose Setek now that that is done. But, I mean, it is GFIs to do that, so maybe you're just fouling Tomb Guardian because it's closer. And you have a next turn to foul Setek, so...
And blitzing here with the ghoul eats a turn as well, so you can't even make use of him to mark Setek for 1 more assist. Well, that's...
Nab a KO. Yeah. That's good.
It's so good.
I mean, it's likely to come back, but...
Yeah, but it's gone, and it might be gone for forever. So
Opens
all you
up
need-
the path to Setek too.
And you use this last zombie to protect, which I like as well.
Oh yeah, protect from the 0 players that can hit him.
Yeah, I mean, you basically are just making up a screen wall for... I mean, the Tomb Guardian can make it. It's just like a 6+6+6+2+2+.
No, he was too far away. He was too far away.
Is he?
Oh no, that one? Oh yeah,
Yeah, the standing
he
up
did
one.
6s.
No, he just walks in with 2+2+, and he can actually mark the wolf.
Yeah, but then you're just getting clawed blitz down.
True. So I can see why
like
the
the
mummy is running in the opposite direction.
And all you gotta do now is just put the ball on the end zone line, and then 8-person Faust attack.
Yeah, you just round attack. That's the way to do it. And
Yeah.
you would most likely just put the ball down in this corner, so Satek has the furthest route, so he can't even reach.
We'll try to go and blitz this Tomb Guardian with Claw because you can.
I mean, I can see a world where that's reasonable as well. If you can just put the claw wolf down in this corner, it's safe from any player because no one can reach, not even Satek.
No one can reach him.
So the 2 claw punch, you punch from this direction, right? From the left side.
Oh yeah, he set up the chain push. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you're pushing straight into your goal or your standby player, so you get the frenzy pushes.
Mhm.
So do you foul now this
Tomb Guardian,
Tomb Guardian?
or Seth?
The Tomb Guardian, because you have more players around the Tomb Guardian rather than Setek.
No, you don't need to.
No, you don't need to. Never mind. Because it's dead.
But it's not.
Yeah, because you're cheating. Regen saved it.
Oh man.
This is
To
a
think that
lot.
he would have had 2 dead guard Tomb Guardians,
Yeah.
if not for a couple 4+s, is why everyone hates regen.
Yeah. So during this round, from going in with 11 players of Khemri, 4 Tomb Guardians, into going to this, it's pretty extreme, I would say.
Oh, this has definitely been an extreme game in terms of cats.
Yeah. this
Luckily, it's
half
also been
load.
an extreme game in terms of regens.
Yeah, it has. So no one-
Unfortunate that Setek is not the one taking a Kaz.
Yeah.
Although, again, he also has regen.
He also has regen, indeed. Now he is trying to hide with the Tomb Guardians. He's escaping with fear.
That's enough to not be blitzed, because you're not rolling GFIs
Yeah, you're not rolling the
before
GFIs.
scoring.
Yeah. But you have a turn 16.
Now, the thing is, like, you can say, oh man, this half has been awful for me as the
Yeah.
Khemri,
Yep.
but you're going into overtime with 2 rerolls, you're equal on rerolls, and you have
team is
a
like-
full bench of players waiting to come back.
Yeah.
Potentially only one player on your team is not going to be available, and that's a rookie skeleton or something.
Exactly.
Oh no, it was the strength 4.
Was
Was
it
it-
the strength 4?
It was the strength 4 wrestle.
Okay.
Throw
So
off.
now
Yeah,
see
that
the
was-
dungeon injury. One out of those
It
3
gets
rose
another.
up.
He gets another try. White comes back too, which is pretty big.
White come back too. Yeah, that's pretty big. We see the Necro team in full force.
Double 2s on the wake ups,
Ooh, that's rough.
and it is both his blitz draws still missing.
That's very rough. Yeah. And them are both very good, I would say, as well. So it's really rough missing out on them. The only thing you have to be scared for here is that which zombies that are gonna take the poor punishment of. taking
I don't think
blows
he's
here.
scared. He just put on 3 rookie zombies and you're fine. Or,
Yeah.
or 2 rookie zombies and a block guy. Like, that's not a problem. I think he should take his next best player off the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I see how he's hiding the Agi Wolf on the sideline. I think he should also hide the Strength Agi Ghoul. from the rock.
So for the people at home, this back line here, as we see, when you have one extra player, please put the players on the sideline instead. It gives you way better protection than this.
Yeah, it doesn't matter in this game because one turn is not going to happen.
I mean, in the first half, it almost did.
Yeah, but that was with a wolf.
Necro. Yeah, with a wolf, because you're leaving a safer path on the ends here.
Yeah.
If you don't have tackle, just small reinforcements of Hep of Dr. Greed.
Yeah. You should get used to setting up the back line.
Yeah.
On the starting from the sideline and going every other.
Exactly, and not giving the one square hit, because it's hard on these squares, because you want to make the dodge through as hard as possible. I guess it doesn't care when you have an agile 4 leaping wolf.
Now I think he is setting up for the one turn attempt.
Yeah. How many pushes would you need with 7 movement?
It's actually not that bad. 7 movement. It's actually possible with 6.
Yeah.
With this setup.
I have done it with 6, but that was a Norse team, and we have like 4 frenzy players. So
yeah, and this is always going to be 3 dice. So
yeah, it is. It is.
This should be a relatively simple one turn attempt. He will have to get through on some pretty crazy dodges, but I mean,
so you see the kick skills happening, and throw a rock onto one of the zombies.
That's not a zombie that mattered. He was going to be coming in from the other corner anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't think that rock is going to end up making this one turn any harder.
Nope. Certainly wouldn't.
But
the
you're just going to take the wrestle here. Oh, wow.
Oh.
He rerolled it.
Yeah.
Oh, I would not have rerolled that.
Not with an overtime format.
The only reroll I would have done in an overtime format on a one turn like this, as Khemri, is like the last dodge or the second to last dodge.
Yeah.
Or obviously the GFIs, like the GFI into the end zone. But I mean, if I still had like hard dice remaining in order to get a one turn, I wouldn't have rerolled it.
No, me neither. But now you're just looking to block off this one zombie and then foul the stunned
Foul the
zombie.
block one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just 7-man foul it, as you can't get a 9-man in, or 8-man, because one of the zombies is covering up the spaces.
Yep, as big a foul as you can. Anyone want SBP?
Okay.
No foul.
Then. No foul. Even though you had a dirty player standing by, and you have the bench to do so as well, I would say.
He only had the bench, I guess, if his KOs got up. And only one of them does get up, so...
Okay.
It's a little unfortunate to be missing that Blitz Raw. So I can kind of see, like, if he failed both of those KO rolls, then he would have been down to 10 players if he had gotten sent off.
Okay.
But I think it would have been worth the risk.
I think so as well. Because now you have one man on the bench, right?
Yes.
But
because
so,
one KO got up.
Yeah, so one KO came back. That means that if he would have been sent out with the dirty player, that this guy would have replaced him. So the KO roll doesn't matter, actually. You would still have replaced the dirty player Scully with a fresh one.
No, only if the guy came back. If both Blitzstars had stayed out, he would have been down to 10 men.
Okay. I'm just gonna take your word for it, but I don't believe so. I don't think so, but never mind. So, who won this coin toss?
The Khemri.
The Khemri. Okay, so the Khemri are got to choose. And I'm guessing you're getting the ball, right?
Oh yeah, they're getting the ball.
And the Necro is trying to just defend.
This is the result that makes it a more interesting game, because I think if the Necro received the ball, I think they would easily just put this in with their werewolf speed.
Yeah, you just 2-turn and just go straight in.
Yeah.
But yeah, this definitely makes it a more interesting game. Especially since you're coming back, it's kind of like this game has like been flip-flop back and forth. Where the first half
considering there was what, like two players left on the pitch for Khemri.
Yeah, on the second half, and then you get everybody back.
Yeah. Everybody but one.
Yeah, everybody but one.
Goddamn tackle Mighty Blow Blitzer.
Yeah, he's like one of the more important players, I would say, on the Khemri team. As you see a kick, ensuring fans. That extra reroll might be really necessary. That's
it actually brings him right back to parity.
Okay.
That if we do kicks.
Yeah, so now I'm gonna be a bit mad. If you even have a bribe as the Khemri...
Oh, he had a bribe? Never mind, he should have fouled.
Thanks. I'm just gonna call that out.
I wasn't looking at that.
Yeah, I just saw it. Since I got in late, I kinda...
Yeah. No, I wasn't looking there either.
Yeah.
I saw the babe earlier, but I didn't even...
Yeah, so because of the bribe, that was totally... You should have fouled every day.
Every turn, man.
Yeah. Every turn we fouling. See a blitz from the jump up Mighty Blow.
Bit of a scary target being the stand firm dude, but we do nab him.
It's a good target though to try to knock out, but
I actually wonder if it would have been smarter for the Necro to place all three stand firm on the line, just because the movement 7 existed.
it's a theory, but so you put your 2 flesh golems and white.
Yeah, but you're only facing one Mighty Blow hit, right? Because
yeah,
both the Blitzraws were out.
Yeah.
So I don't even think it would have been that crazy. I guess you'd face a foul, but
yeah, you were facing some fouling, but nah, because you do everything you can. I think in the retro perspective, the first reroll might have been a bit greedy on the greedy side to do it. Because it just was a 2-die. But on the other hand, if the 1 turn would have been successful, we've all been sitting here saying, what a genius that actually re-rolled it, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean,
yeah,
I still would have called him. I still would have said it was
for it, but yeah.
I would have said, oh, awesome win, but that was still a bad reroll.
Yeah. So now we actually start to see fouling popping in here.
Yeah, this is a great foul. Only nabs a stun, but I mean, it's good.
Yep.
Stun is useful.
This stun alone makes it...
I think there's one mistake that's been made here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's... So, take a look at the positioning of these 2 Tomb Guardians.
Yep.
There's actually a free diagonal between them.
A oh, between here?
A free, yeah. Absolutely free diagonal. It's just one dodge.
Yeah. With a Agi 4 Ghoul and an Agi 4 Werewolf who both had dodge.
And they can actually reach the ball.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, with 1 G5 from the Wolf. The Wolf can reach the ball. The problem is the ball
double GFI to reach it if he doesn't want to do a
GFIs?
crazy dodge.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Okay.
But still, I mean, if you're putting a Blodge Stepper on the ball and there's no tackle anywhere near it,
yeah,
that's pretty scary for the Khemri.
it is very scary for the Khemri.
A couple 2+. Like it's 2 dodges with the dodge reroll. There's no tackle involved.
Yeah, we saw on the first half that's what Moneybags did on the first half, and that's why his Blodge Wolf actually got knocked out.
Now, the safe play would be to just Mighty Blow Blitz. Yeah, I like this. Mighty Blow Blitz this forward skeleton.
Yeah.
It doesn't get him, but it's still a good target.
Yeah.
And then just to go through with your wolves.
Exactly.
There was always like a consideration to maybe run forward and blitz the dirty player skeleton 1-2-5
Mm-hmm.
with the Agi Ghoul.
Yeah.
But actually, wait a minute. Could he have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Yeah, he could have surfed the that skeleton
Oh, he could have.
with
That
the
would be
werewolf.
an interesting choice to make, just to get rid of one of the skeletons. And
Yeah.
then maybe marking with the golems if you can. Because the ghoul could reach if you dodge through the tackle zone of Sereth, then.
Yeah.
Just Stevie, none of us are coaching. Both of us are just commentators on this match, as it is a Challengers Cups match between RandtheMad and Moneybags. Of the round of 16? I'm saying that.
Alright, so he's not going to
question
decide to base. Didn't want to do the GFIs.
It's
He's
understandable
put the
though.
wolf in scoring position and
Mhm.
daring this Khemri thrower to come up forwards, but
Yeah.
there's a pretty good spot for the thrower to just walk to, so I'm not sure this really accomplished anything.
Yeah. It's just a lot more pressure, but at the same time, you can just base up this goal, and your strength 4 star player will just punch it off.
Mm-hmm.
And you, of
Paul's
course,
gonna have to walk forwards to where these Tomb Guardians are, but like that's
Yeah.
not bad.
and you definitely take the hit with the skeletons here beside I'm Not Dead Yet, the third. He's
Mhm.
apparently died 3 times, most likely. Just to free him up and bring him over to finish up that cage.
Free up both of them actually with the
Oh,
Tomb Guardians,
There you go.
and that was a too.
That's play. So now you mark with the skeleton that you just freed up and finish the cage with the Tomb Guardian.
You can even blitz. If you're willing to use your dirty player backwards, you could actually have blitzed the. Yeah, you can blitz that ghoul out front
Okay.
with a
Interesting.
GFI.
Yeah. I think though you want to make progress forward so badly that you're taking the hit here with.
Oh, you take it with the blitz-raw, and then you can finish the cage on the corner with the wrestle tackle. Yeah.
No, you're taking the hit here down at the strength 4 goal with Seraph alone.
No, you can just dodge him. Got break tackle.
True. But you also want to hurt that vampire ghoul, don't you?
Yeah, I mean you can, but like you need a POW.
Yeah, true.
It's not the greatest. I think I'd like blitzing the mighty blow onto the ghoul, see if you can't get the POW,
Okay, yeah.
and then just finishing the cage up. You can even just walk back to finish the cage after he blitzes, as long as he doesn't. But no, he's gonna go with Setek.
Okay, and you power it.
He uses his blitz so that Setek can come forwards, probably basing up this ghoul up front.
The ghoul and the white, maybe? Because
Probably
of it
just the
high-
ghoul. We're just gonna come up onto this white.
Okay, yes, this was
Not a
okay,
bad spot. Yeah.
I thought this standing up white. I was like, just the ghoul or just this standing up white or both?
Yeah. Still gets a 2 dice onto the dirty player with the other Tomb Guardian.
Which is
Yeah.
just nice to lock up 2 zombies because these 2 are now too slow and too low agility to.
With the bribe is gonna go with a spicy foul, and actually KOs the mighty blow tackle stand firm.
That's super good for them.
Still hasn't had to use his bribe either.
Yeah. So the
I
foul
call it
game,
spicy because that player is an important player for him.
It is, yeah.
But with the bribe, it makes it definitely a thing you can think about doing.
Now getting in here with the Agile 5 Wolf is a super scary task. I don't see a way where you can get into the cage with him.
No.
So what you most likely will do is just to try to punch off cage corners and mark.
And this is where like not choosing to mark with that blodge step wolf has really bitten him, because this throw raw had a very easy progression forwards and has now gotten into a position where the wolves really can't do anything about him.
Yeah, and the 2 mummies here are gladly holding up 4 players for the Necro team.
But I mean, this isn't the worst spot. He can just move his white to base these blitzers, and then surf the dirty player ghoul.
Yeah, that's an option.
And I think he does want to be just actually getting rid of players right now to make this an easier defense.
Very much so. If you take... I'm gonna see if I can find a greedy route here.
A greedy route?
A greedy route. So if you do a 1 die on the dirty player skeleton with your ghoul, hang on to this, it's not an optimal play. Then you can put your white in the ghoul, in the skeleton's place, and then serve the guard skeleton, the guard block skeleton instead.
We'll claw down a Tomb Guardian instead.
Yeah, exactly.
Not the worst play, but doesn't really... I mean, it lets him stay in front of the ball, which is good.
Yeah, but it's just so much space after this, it feels like.
Taking down that skeleton helps. Not a stun, though.
But because now a blitz on one of the players here, and then he can basically try to screen off the wolf.
I'm not sure. Can he get enough players through the gap? He probably can, to be honest. Ooh, and now a really nice half die.
That's a nice.
I always take these half dies with block because it's just so likely to work.
Yeah, and you freed up a zombie that you just pull back as far as you can. Right.
And I think I double GFI with him to try and stop the easy progression through that ghoul.
Yeah.
Force him to go around the white, rather.
Exactly. Because now, for the Khemri, you have... If you just shove away the ghoul, you can throw through 1, 2... the guard...
4...
yeah, the Tomb Guard can mark
quite
something.
a few players.
Yeah. Almost all the skeletons and the thrower can use its full movement 7 to go by the sideline. It's a scary place to be. And I don't even know what's the correct call here for the Khemri as well. Because the longer that you are just standing around, the more likely it is for you to just happen what happened last round, or last half.
I don't like putting the guard there. So he could have made this blitz with Setek, and okay, so he's going around the right. Okay.
Okay.
I was thinking he would go through the ghoul with Setek, but this is
yeah, same. Because now you're
scary.
Yeah.
We're going so much closer to the sideline. We're really opening up the frenzy plays.
Yeah.
So I guess we're just staying put.
Yeah, it seems like so.
We've got the time, so.
Yeah. Now, I would have preferred the play of just blitzing the goal with Satek and trying to move forward, because you had so many players, but not being a firm
I think
believer.
the problem is that the wolves are just so fast.
Yeah,
you really can't.
You can't really stop them, most likely. So
you're gonna have to find a potential way to get rid of the wolves, but
yeah, good luck doing that, I would say.
The worst part is like it's that tackle skeleton is really his only way to deal with these wolves, and he keeps he's basing up this ghoul, and it's just gonna be really hard to get him off the ghoul if he keeps following onto it.
Yeah, and the ghoul can just punch right back because it's strength 4 as well with blodge, so punching back isn't that scary because of that as well. Do you ever now just walk in with the white, marking up the star player Sereth and the guard skeleton, and then you wolf hit the start player with Dauntless?
It's not crazy.
Because you're getting assists all the way through the frenzy, and you have then a sidestep blodge wolf on the ball carrier. Or you just do that.
Ghoul's gonna walk forwards.
Frankly, so yeah.
Guard is stunned now.
It is. It is.
So I think he still needs one more guard in there. So I think he needs to take down the Tomb Guardian. It'll get better with the other wolf first.
Yeah. Okay.
Which you can do on a 1 dice into a 2 dice if this zombie comes and assists.
Isn't it just better to just punch it with the flesh golem though, and just push it out?
Oh yeah, definitely. Flesh Column's a good choice too. Yep. And now you can blitz your way in with onto the star player.
Yeah. The problem is
2
that
dice.
you don't really have a good assist though, do you?
Yeah, you have this zombie. He just
Oh
runs
yeah,
around.
this zombie is just moving around now. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah. I guess 2 into 1 because of the
No, it's a 2 into 1.
yeah. And this is why I didn't want to follow with this tackle wrestle, because it's free 2 dice for the school.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, maybe he just had to make the play last turn to go through, because we just seen how easy staying there got him swamped by necro players.
Yeah, and this was what I was scared for, because the necro players had enough players based to just punch and tear through your defenses.
Yeah, and punching doesn't do enough when the ball is like down the field and screened.
Yeah.
But punching definitely does something when it's all in front of you still.
Exactly.
Ooh, okay, big play coming out of this wolf to come around the back.
Yeah, one more
He's
G5
not
and then you
blitzing.
have...
He's not blitzing, but this does make the blitz onto Setek 2 into 2 instead of 2 into 1.
Yeah, and now we have 2 blodge sidestep wolves on the bull if this star player will go down, which it will on a power.
Not a break, but still great. 2 blodgings, sidesteppers on the ball.
And
That's
none of them
almost-
are for a basic hit as well.
That's impossible to clear. Like, that's just not going to happen.
Yeah, because it's physically impossible because you don't have 2 people can do 2 blitzes.
So his only way to clear this, the only way I see, is a 1 dice with a shrubbery onto the ghoul.
Okay.
Stay
yeah.
put.
Yep.
Hand off to the blitz raw and blitz through the white and run down the field.
Yeah, it's a bit of a potato play though, isn't it?
I mean, like any play you're gonna have to do is a potato because you can't leave the ball next to 2 werewolves, right?
Yeah, true. So what?
Like this ball's just ending up in the crowd if you don't move it.
Yeah.
And
Could you try to move to blitz?
you could blitz. Okay, you could do the same play.
Mm-hmm.
Blitz through with the white first, with the blitz raw first, and then try to dodge with the throw raw past, and then you have 2 players forwards rather than 1. So you have a bit of a screen.
It's a stun.
Instead, we just blitz the ghoul completely away from the ball.
I don't get that at all, unfortunately.
Where can he even go at this point? Like, there's just...
Yeah.
Maybe if this Tomb Guardian had guard and just rely on guard locking the werewolves, but even that's not great because there's a lot of guard from the Necro team.
Yeah, exactly. And I find it strange as well that you just stood up Setek because he's strength 4. You can actually have used him to punch away at least one of the wolves.
The tackle one too.
Yeah, the tackle one, and then just tried at least to dodge
And
out.
we're gonna walk ourselves off the tackle.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
Wolf should be going into should be heading left towards the middle of the field so that he can push.
And then he shows the right side.
Yeah, I would like to push him away from, but I guess I'm just gonna stay on the ball.
Yeah. I mean, now you're at least not standing on the tackle, so dodge will work for the red dice, but...
No, this was a fine
weird.
play. Like, this is treading water
Yeah.
rather than trying to win, but the trying to win would have had a pretty high chance of just losing you the game, so...
Yeah.
There's always a chance that this works out. Get
Now
a
you punch the ghoul.
mighty blow hit on the white ghoul. I mean, it's not great. Needs a POW, but...
I mean, at this point, you're really treading water, aren't you?
Yeah. This is like... I mean, it's barely trying to stay afloat here.
Yeah. You're basically sinking as we are speaking, I would say.
And I mean, like, as soon as this ball hits the ground, I give the game to the Necro because they do have the players to be able to recover it.
Yeah, and the scary part as well is that they have fast players to recover it. The recovery options
So many
are,
free hits this turn too.
yeah, this is why I didn't like moving forward like 2 turns ago as well, because you're kind of stuck in this like trying to screen guard lock situation.
It's always the problem you problem that you run into as offense when
Yeah.
both teams have the same amount of players is that you have 4 or 5 players protecting the ball.
Yeah.
And you just lose the battle everywhere else on the pitch because you're just outnumbered.
Yeah. Ooh, a 1-die for a skull into
Spicy
power.
1-die in order to try and get this wolf into the ball. Because now he gets the he can follow up with 2 dice onto this Tomb Guardian.
Yep. Isn't it a 2-die 1-die? No,
no, because there's guard.
Dauntless. Yeah, Dauntless.
Yeah, Thomas.
Never mind.
I didn't like the placement of that zombie. I don't think he needed to be there.
No.
This is great. Double.
I
Now he's
guess
got 2 assists, and we got 2 die on the ball. So.
Yeah. I guess it's easing up the first hit, so the Dauntless isn't as high.
It wasn't. No, it didn't change it at all.
No.
It was 2 assists. Oh, it made it a 1-die. Yeah, it does. Okay,
Skelly
you're right.
catch. Wow.
That could be a very big catch.
That is a huge catch. I would
Okay,
say.
so can we get the ball to this Blitz-Raw? Because that's our only chance.
Yeah.
And we can. It's just a dodge.
It's just a 50-50
Oh, no.
dodge.
I didn't... Oh, that should have been a Blitz. Should have tried to get this white down.
Yeah.
I guess he can Blitz with the thrower? Nope.
Nope, we're not blitzing with him.
Can we do something with Setek? I guess Setek can come over and Blitz the werewolf, but it's Blood Step, so... Guess we go with the Wrestle Tackle on the werewolf. That makes more sense.
Wrestle Tackle on the werewolf makes sense. No, we're going with the Blitzer, apparently.
Okay,
On
so
top
we're gonna
on the wolf.
We're gonna force the wolf backwards.
Yeah. Makes sense. Kinda.
I thought the wolf was better standing where it was, but...
Are you gonna now hand it over for a 5? Or are you gonna try
No,
to...
we're just gonna retreat with it.
Okay.
Oh, Dub Skull.
Dub Skull.
So now back to parity on rerolls.
Yeah, so you wrestle that. Then what?
Run to the left.
Run to the left, we have 2 Tomb Guardians. Just
Run to the left, double GFI. It's scary, but it gets you away from the wolves. Except that the tackle wolf is still super easy to get over there.
Yeah, and I would say as well that the ghoul
And they're
is
faster than you, so
very...
you're leaving your team behind.
Yeah, the ghoul can make it there very easily as well. For a 2-die.
Setek can come over and screen though, because he's got break
True,
tackle.
True, he can. He can.
But he just stands up. I guess we're just gonna be hiding this ball behind the Tomb Guardian then.
Okay. This is so much treading water for me. It's a bit too much treading water for me.
Well, I mean, if he manages to hold onto the ball for enough more turns, maybe he just,
Yeah.
You know what I wouldn't have hated? I wouldn't have hated being directly next to the ghoul and fouling it with the ball carrier. But we still have this dodge foul onto the wolf, so I mean, that works too.
That locks in the wolf that I was just about to say that this wolf is kind of scary. Because it could have
And that wolf is no longer scary. So going to kicks is actually pretty likely now.
Going into kicks, yeah. I could kicks.
I mean, it's still Agi for strength 4 ghoul, so...
Yeah. It's a 3+ over...
Yeah, 3 plus the 2 die the ball.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it's not even, because we just chain pushed the ghoul onto the ball. Okay, this was a terrible spot for the ball.
Yeah. It was certainly...
I didn't even see that chain push. Yeah.
And you just pushed it by Setek, because Setek can't mark it, because he's then marked by a zombie, anyhow, and the flesh golem. So... I guess the guard... Yeah, the guard...
No, the guard sucks now.
Yeah, the guard Tomb Guardian sucks. But in hindsight, dodging out
Well,
the 2
you're
plus,
dodging,
yeah,
right?
2 plus dodge into the blitz. Any good perms? No.
No. There's
Not
a
really.
MNG.
Yeah, there's an.
No, it's a badly hurt.
It's a
It's not
badly
even.
hurt.
There were 2 dead Tomb Guardians, but they both regen. So
Yeah. There were 2 Tomb Guardians and a Star Plague left on the second half.
was it 2? I thought it was only 1 Tomb Guardian left.
It might have been 1. Just just 1 Tomb Guardian left. But
It might have been 2. It was either 1 or 2.
yeah. So
Ooh.
I'm feeling bad for you. Don't do
Making
that.
blocks before going for the ball.
It's interesting.
I mean, I guess it solidifies forwards motion, like so that you're not getting.
Yeah.
You can actually palm the palm the throw raw here. That's pretty nice.
They got that out again. So you could do 1g5 and then, since you're taking punches, do a 1 die, I guess, with your flesh golem. But
Yeah, I don't like that. I like just going for the ball.
yeah, me too.
Oh, we went for the 1 dice
Okay.
on guard rather than dodging.
So now you dodge out and just do all the g5 you can in the world.
Can you get away from the? Yeah, go diagonal left, and you can get away from the wrestle tackle. You can't get away from Setek, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, and you can't really get away from the dirty play either. But just at least doing 1 g5, so you're just not standing next to an immediate. Okay.
Oh, we tried to knock down Setek. Go for the hero play.
Hindrance is saying something that I like. A punt.
A punt. Yeah, punt would have been great.
Oh no, you couldn't have punt because that was a blitz.
Yeah. Okay, he couldn't punt.
He couldn't punt, yeah. That's why.
Punt would have been great if it was possible.
Exactly, yeah. Definitely.
And it would have been the play. This is just an easy blitz of Setek now.
Yeah. So, you blitz with... Yeah, you blitz with Setek, most likely.
Yeah, because you don't want to have to rely on... Oh, God. So we tried to clear Setek so he didn't have to dodge.
Yeah.
It actually comes out good because it would have been a 1. But, yeah. No, that was the right play.
Yeah.
Hitting there. Did have to use his reroll, though. Kind of scary.
Kind of scary, yeah. But you get to pow.
Get the pow.
And you scatter the ball towards you. It's a great play for the thrower. The thrower can actually now reach out over into.
And you can hit the tackle down probably.
Yeah, with your.
Yeah, you can guaranteed
blow.
hit the tackle off of your throw raw.
Yeah, because of
with
the
your mighty blow guy. Yeah.
And you have as well 2 skellies on the ball. I'm seeing kicks more and more, people.
Yeah, but the problem with kicks is it heavily favors Necro at this point. They just never use another reroll.
Yep. You never.
So I think you have to win this not in kicks.
Yep.
Which means you're gonna have to aggressively try and go forwards.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can get in between. You can get in between your Blitzer and your Tomb Guardian, right now. Oh, you're fouling.
I like the foul.
I would like the foul after you picked up the ball.
Oh, you have a bribe.
Yeah.
You also haven't needed to use your bribe ever.
True. I just want to win too bad, I guess.
This Tomb Guardian should come out forwards and
yeah. You should have moved your Tomb Guardian before you picked up the ball.
Maybe he wants to keep the Tomb Guardian there just as a safety.
Just to make it cage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you don't make it now?
I would have moved the Tomb Guardian forwards and based up the ghoul just to limit the movement behind where you're trying to go.
Yeah.
But I think actually if you're trying to score, you're going left. So maybe even just going around left with the Tomb Guardian would have been great. Getting into the middle of the pitch.
Yeah, that seems... Yeah, I can see a world where you want to go in the middle route. But...
You want to take advantage of those Tomb Guardians you have forwards up on this left-hand side to get away from I guess like the werewolf's never like you're never getting away from the werewolf. But
No, the werewolf will always be chasing you.
you only have 2 turns to move, so that's with 7 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's full movement every turn, no GFIs.
Okay. Full movement.
So you have to add GFIs if you want to go sideways.
Yeah. That's a safety goal if I ever saw one.
Yeah, he's gonna send the werewolf back too.
So there might be an opportunity here for him to just blitz and
He
then
can
send...
split surf the guard
Yeah.
and then back
And
with a
then
safety.
hand back, yeah. I can see that.
Oof.
Ooh.
Just take it. Yeah, just take
Yeah,
it.
just
I
take it.
agree. Because even though it stunned your werewolf, I think actually
Your two
take
flesh golems are still
Actually,
standing in the way, but
I mean the problem here is that the skeleton now, the guard skeleton, and never mind. Okay. Problem solved by the Camry not taking advantage of the situation.
yeah.
So the problem I was going to say was that the Blitzraw at center field and the guard skeleton could have actually safely sideline caged the ball now.
Yeah. Even they could have just moved those two up using someone else to blitz with.
And this is the blitz he had to do, because if he didn't move this flesh golem, he was going to have to make GFIs with the throw rod because he didn't have the forwards movement. Because he would have had to go sideways to get around where that Tomb Guardian was.
Okay. Because I could see a world where you just blitzed the zombie and then you moved the whole squad up on the right side by just punching the fresh golem multiple times, 2 times.
The problem here is that you're going to have to pull this ball and you're going to have to trust in Blodge. You're going to have to send this ball forwards. And it's going to be a GFI because you didn't get rid of that zombie.
1, 2, 3.
We are adding a single 2+ next turn.
6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, because of that zombie. Yeah.
Yeah, because he didn't want to cut the corner.
Yep.
Ooh, that wrestled. Why? Okay, thank you. Why are we basing a stunned werewolf? It
For the
can't
foul,
move.
most likely.
You gotta GFI this guy forwards to just prevent the 1, 2. I don't like
Yeah,
this.
so now you're marking the wolf and then fouling. No, don't foul with him. Mark with him. You can foul with the other one, skeleton. You forgot one piece. This.
No.
Yeah, this one skeleton.
Yeah,
on the
yeah, you had
pitch.
one more. But like, so this is now just like, we just 1-dice the ball. You're gonna guarantee at least 2 GFIs for him.
Yep.
And if you get the lucky POW, he's not scoring at all.
Yep.
So the question is, I think you have to re-roll the blitz if it's not a POW.
Yeah,
or a push.
you do everything here to get the ball.
I think
on
you
the go.
have to I think even if it's a push, you have to re-roll it because.
Yeah. It's a push. Oh shit, my
Okay.
cam. There you go. No, he shows the bit.
Okay.
Push it.
Now base in front of him. Yeah.
Yeah. So now it's 2 G5s.
And now you have to dodge dirty player block zombie, double GFI onto the wrestle tackle.
Yeah.
Oh, got the dodge. Do you re-roll the last GFI if it to 1?
No, you don't.
Doesn't need.
You don't.
And then you can 1-dice this guard skeleton. A
Yeah.
little sad that you have to push next to this zombie, but
Is there a world where you try to dodge out the flesh golem?
maybe. I mean, that Tomb Guardian is certainly not relevant.
Yeah.
You can also dodge 1, 2, 3, 4 GFI onto that skeleton. Or actually dodge 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Double GFI. I was going to think double GFI around in front of the wrestle tackle. Might have been
Yeah.
okay. Oh, no. Push is the bad choice. Should have taken the balk there.
Yeah.
Because now that guard skeleton can...
Dodge
Hit
out
the,
and actually do something.
Well, he can just hit the
The zombie.
dirty player off
Yeah.
the wrestle. And that freeze wrestle to hit the ghoul.
Ooh, yeah, the wrestle tackle. Yeah. I see.
And that then frees the Tomb Guardian to surf the ghoul. Just gonna blitz the ghoul off of the Tomb Guardian. 3 dice. Finds the POW. Now he just needs 2 GFIs.
Yeah.
Win the game.
or we're going to kicks. You either win here or you're going to kicks.
Yeah, and the kicks benefits the necro, so...
Yeah.
But 2+2+, I would bet on the 2+2+ rather than the kicks happening.
Yep.
And 2+2+ worked.
The 2+2+ worked.
That's why I would have re-rolled the push, because the 2+2+ was just too likely to work.
Yeah. That was a really, really, really tight game, though.
Yeah, that's probably the tightest game of the playoffs so far.
I would call that, yeah.
Yeah. That was extremely close and super exciting, the whole OT.
So we're seeing
Pretty uneventful second half, but it set up a great third half.
Yeah, so we are seeing a Khemri versus Dark Elf match, says the Donkey Dragon, next week.
Cool, and a very big MVP for the Khemri.
Very
being able
much so.
to nab, potentially block, or Mighty Blow onto this Tomb Guardian.
Mighty Blow, Tomb Guardian. I think you will
Or stand firm.
Or stand firm. Yeah, I think the Mighty Blow will suffice you more versus elves. Maybe tackle, actually.
Well, tackle's a double, so
Yeah.
you just take block.
Okay, block then. And a zombie MVP.
Yeah, zombie MVP is not great.
Thank you, RandtheMad, for the follow. And my brain just... Was he the Khemri?
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Sorry for not remembering. But anyhow, great game. Super great game. This is the statistics for those.
A lot of blocks.
Lot of blocks.
70 to 74. That's a lot of blocks.
That's a lot of blocks. Yeah. And is there a way to see the regen?
Yeah, dice rolls. It's
okay.
five success, 1 fail.
Okay. Yeah.
There was
really
good regen rolls.
A lot of regen.
Big ones too.
Big
Dead
ones,
Tomb
yeah.
Guardians.
And the Dauntless actually successfully did 7% of the time, so that's huge as well. One leap failed, the one that were the one turner.
Yep.
And one that I totally missed. No, that was the first one. The first one were okay.
Yeah, I mean, the one turn was a very, very good try, and he almost got it to work.
And
a little unfortunate to lose the game because of that. And then, I mean, he certainly had his chances in the second half. I think he could have been a little more aggressive on the ball.
Yeah.
But he had a very, very solid defense and just a couple stuns on those last few turns, really.
Yeah, exactly.
I think maybe he should have re-rolled that the Werewolf Blitz.
Yeah, most likely. And I will thank you guys for watching the stream. And thank you, Herringsword, for the raid. And thank you, tself, for co-hosting the second half with me.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Yeah. And I will... Is there another game up? I don't think so.
They're at 3, so like they're in just about an hour from now.
Okay. Then...
There's 2 games going to be happening.
Okay. Which ones?
So L is going to be hosting a Challengers Cup between Conspiration and Tropique and Rebel Cheese Thieves, and then Herringsword is going to be hosting a playoff game between Rebel Brutalia and Can We Do It? Yes, we can.
Okay,
it's going to be probably the matchup of the week. This is Doc Mark against McMackey, two Division 1 coaches from Rel and G-Man.
Yeah.
So it should be a pretty good game.
Wish you luck to all those 4 players, and especially to RandtheMad. And I will see you guys around. Thank you for watching.